Thank you very much, Joe. I think it's safe to say that instead of arbitrarily signing on to a Senate bill that had been introduced on the other side of the Capitol complex, we wanted to take some time to be able to assess exactly what the impacts were going to be on each of our states. Not only did we have environmental impacts, as Louisiana certainly suffered, but there were those of us who suffered more from an economic standpoint. And so what our position was in trying to work together was to make sure that there was flexibility available to the states to use the different pots of money how they best needed to do. And I think Joe Bonner just said it well also, that the important factor about this bill also is that local governments will be involved in setting the pace for where these dollars will be spent, and they won't be bureaucratically determined out of Washington nor out of wherever our state capital happens to be. There were some concerns with the bill in regards to the 5% that will be going to set up a foundation, if you will, for environmental studies as to whether or not this was going to be in perpetuity. One of the things that we wanted to set up was a sunset ability within the legislation, which you don't see very often in Washington, when you create something that when the job is done, the agency or the bureau or whatever happens to be created goes away. The other thing that we were keenly aware of along the Florida Gulf Coast, because of the fishing industry, both commercial and recreational and sport fishing, was that NOAA would not be allowed to have the opportunity to use this money to arbitrarily go in and set fishing rules and regulations without the necessary scientific background that the fishermen have been asking for an extended period of time. So again, we took some time together as the 5 Gulf Coast states to try to make a good bill better, and we think that this piece of legislation that is being filed today does just that. I'd like to invite my friend from Texas, the Lone Star State, Pete Olson, to come forward.